Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional owners of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and universal energies. Okay, entertainment only. Something that was drawn to my attention over the weekend in our local paper. I live not near, but sort of close-ish by to an Air Force base in Australia. What I want to have a look at, and this is something that is in regards to our Department of our Defence, mainly our Air Force, but it is an international issue. So I'm talking about PFAS, polyfluoroalkyl. It was used extensively as a firefighting foam, both in major airports but also in the defence departments. So what's happening at the moment is that we have some major cases going on in Australia, class actions against the Department of Defence. There has been compensation for some, but this is an ongoing issue as more information comes to light. I think 83 million has already been paid out, but I want to have a look at the bigger picture in regards to this because this is a worldwide problem and it is something that is happening worldwide. The PFAS, it was the film on the firefighting foam, a chemical produced by 3M Chemicals, major company in the US, that is now been proven to basically be an eternal chemical. It does not break down, and it gets into the underground waterways and it flows through the waterways, contaminating properties, and has cancer, quite severe cancer causing abilities as side effects. So what is happening is that it was first of all brought to the attention of the general populace due to cancer clusters in Australia. The It's not breaking down; it is flowing through sideways through the water systems and basically contaminating the environment in vast areas around where it was used. Major one is in down near Jervis Bay in southern the southern coast of New South Wales. It was a naval base, I think, there, on land naval base, if that makes sense. That is decimating a traditional and beautiful location called Wreck Bay. So I just want to have a look, really, what's going to happen on the international scale in regards to 3M, but also in regards to these chemicals in general. So what's happened recently is information has come to light that the Australian Department of Defence knew that this chemical was not breaking down, that it was a toxic chemical, and that it was moving through the environment way back in 1991. So we're talking 43 years ago, they knew. However, and they knew it was cancer causing. However, it wasn't phased out from use. The phasing out didn't start until 2004. So 23 years after they knew what was going on. There has been a US class action as well, where the courts approved a $12.5 billion payout to those that were affected. But at the end of the day, this is about our environment, about the legacy that we are leaving. Now, in Australia, I do believe there has been some quite intensive research work done to try and find something, anything that will break this chemical down into its component parts to render it harmless. Because at the end of the day, everything on this planet, everything in this universe breaks down to chemical component parts, atoms, and then they can be hopefully neutralized. But this is This is dark money. This is dark money, went on behind the scenes, money changing hands. Those in the ivory tower. If our Department of Defence knew back in 1981, 3M knew long before then, but it was all about the money, honey, all about the money. This is tower moment for 3M, absolutely. Now 3M are fighting back, saying, "Oh, if we have to pay that, it will bankrupt the company." Well, you know what? My opinion is tough shit. Okay, entertainment only. I don't know whether I popped that up at all. PFAS, polyfluoroalkyl. Will, I'm going to ask first up, I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale. I'm not going to talk about class action first up. Will research find a way to neutralize the PFAS chemical that is polluting? Oh, man, and I still gone to the fact that the Queensland government in Australia is debating about carbon storage in our artesian basin. Oh no! Oh goodness me! Just don't do it. Okay. We'll Our artesian basin is the massive underground freshwater storage that covers about a quarter of Australia underground. You've got similar in California, which has been overpumped to bring the water to the surface for an archaic way of farming. But I want to have a look. Will the researchers find a way to neutralise this PFAS? Will the researchers find a way to neutralise PFAS? It's almost like it doesn't dilute. When it's spreading out with its toxicity, it's almost like it doesn't dilute. I'm going to tell a story. My mum used to make something for us when we were kids, and if we were having squabbling or whatever, she would make us this product. I'll call it a product called Pepper. Oh, which had all sorts of things in it that were really good for us, like yeast and cod liver oil and whatever else she put in it. It was the most disgusting thing, but she made us stay in the kitchen and drink our cup of pepper if we were in cranky moods as kids, little kids. And I'm just going to tell you, we attempted to dilute that stuff to make it more palatable by pouring it into 2 cups and pouring milk in. It does not dilute. Thanks, Mum. I'm just letting you know I'm getting the same vibe off this PFAS. It does not dilute. Its toxicity does not dilute. Okay, come on down. A research scientist's going to find. Okay, King of Pentacles, all about corporations making money. Absolutely. That's what it was about. All about the oligarchical making money, honey. We don't care what we destroy. It's all about us. We'll be right. Our money will protect us. Well, I hate to tell you, but we need a healthy planet to survive. The planet does not need us. But yeah, it was all about those in control, those in power, making money. A lot of anxiety about this. I can tell you, in Australia, I'm assuming overseas as well, there is a lot of anxiety about the truth that is coming out. Stuff of nightmares. However, we've got this white owl coming quickly. The wisdom, the knowledge, the universities, the researchers, they're not here yet. They're working on it. But I've drawn to the figure here, the spiritual figure here, cloaked in red. There is blood on their hands. it's not gashing, pouring blood, it is death. So there is blood on their hands. The world. This is a worldwide issue. It will need a worldwide. I'm drawn to the word attack, but I'm feeling like it's not the right word, but that they're not giving me another word. It's going to take a worldwide working together to bring it to resolution. In the past, bringing forward the information, but it's a page. It's those that have been telling us for 43 years plus, bringing forward this message, but it wasn't listened to. That's in the past. Crowning this reading, well, what the F do we do now? Throw money at it. What are we going to sacrifice? What do we bring into port? How are we going to deal with this? OMG, it's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of healing. So at the moment, there's indecision about how to deal with this. Up to their ankles in water. It's not too late. But if you ignore it, it will be. Another crossroads card, another decision needs to be made. Take the bloomin' blindfold off and look at the truth of this. Look at the truth. It's difficult to face. It is a difficult decision about what needs to happen, but governments need to take and industry and the courts, but also the researchers, because the swords are also about education and research and medical. Blindfold needs to be taken off and really be honest about this. It is time. The secret has been brought to the surface and revealed, but it needs full exposure externally. Secrets about this are coming to the surface. An example is that only really recently that investigative journalists found out that the government knew about this in 1981, but didn't start phasing it out until 23 years later, and that's start phasing it out. It was still in use for a decade after that. These secrets are coming to the surface, coming to the light, and it is time. Internally, those that have been wounded, the health, as I say, cancer clusters in the region near me, they basically say, well, yes, you can let your livestock graze on it, but don't be growing any veggies in there. Another facility, or a couple of facilities near me, where one of them was a lead smelting plant. Not near me, I'm talking about, a good hour's drive away was a lead smelting plant. Yet they're now so-called capped it and are building properties in the area, building housing in the area, that they say, well, don't grow any veggies in the ground, don't let your kids play in the ground, but they're putting new housing estates there. Hopes and fears, strengths, taking control, empathic strength, compassionate strength, strengthen the message that's coming forward, looking to the future. I was asking whether researchers will get around this. Yeah, shining the light on the snake in the path. Absolutely. Investigation. Who knew what, where and when, but I'm wanting to know, will researchers get on top of this, bringing about a tower moment and a lot of information coming forward very quickly. the birth of something significantly new, the expansion, expanding, nurturing, healing, an offer being made, an offer being brought forward, a message of an offer, something completely out of left field for those that try to lie and steal their way through. It's going to bring about an ending to those who basically lied their way. And we've got a new beginning, new healing beginning, new financial beginning. Harsh truth coming forward, emotionally overwhelming, and prosecution court cases here being upheld. I'm not getting about the research. If you want to know about the research, this is very much about just those that who knew what when and being held accountable. Okay. 3M, man, they better not be trying to toxicity, chain themselves to the toxicity. Better not try and wriggle out. So, I'll ask a slightly different way. Will the companies that produce this, we're talking about the types of Monsanto, or whatever, the Roundup one, Monsanto, but will 3M be forced, their poor choices they're trying to keep hidden? There's volatile information coming forward, loss, disappointment and heartbreak, and worldwide, but bringing an ending. Next chapter stuff worldwide. I want to ask, are they going to be forced they're going to make an offer to settle? They're going to make an offer to settle. And people are so desperate that they may very well take the offer. And I can understand that because at the moment they've got deep pockets and an offer for families who really have no other choice. I know that in our area, and it's a small offer, those that land has been contaminated, trying to come to a resolution with the Department of Defence as a class action. However, they're being offered, half of what the land would have been worth if it wasn't contaminated type thing. It's just, and some people, yes, they're desperate. They take the money, and others are holding out. But this is a battle that's been going on for, gosh, nearly a decade now. If your health is suffering and you want to move on, you don't have a lot of choice. Okay, is 3M and other companies of the like going to be forced to fund research and for cleanups? Okay, come on, let's have a look. Well, secrets behind the scenes that they don't want revealed. There's a lot that hasn't come out about this as of yet, that they're trying to keep hidden. They're challenged by the information coming forward, and it is explosive. Oh boy, poker shuffled and yet similar cards. Loss, emotional heartbreak in regards to this. Those that have lost everything in regards to this. I do want to ask the world, this is a worldwide situation. The world coming together in regards to this. A worldwide situation in the past. We've got strength crowning this. strength moving forward, compassionate strength, taming the beast. So this is perhaps taming 3M, about what the future is about, past. And I'm drawn to the fact this is wetlands and nature, what they have done in the past that is doing this. Oh, just those that feathered their nest externally, not listening, trying to protect their own, trying to protect themselves internally, disappointment with what's on offer. There's truths being brought forward here. There's whistleblowers. Again, financially, a small offer coming forward. Judgment and justice. So I'm really feeling that what they offer is not going to be enough. I'm not got emotionally overwhelming, a new beginning, a cleansing. We have legal systems, the courts here, something that's not yet been revealed, and something that's being brought forward, and the star of hope and healing. I'm really not getting a funding of research here. I think this is more about compensation for those that are affected. Just going to draw a couple of cards. Offer being made, false night offer being made in regards to this toxicity. I really, really, will there be any funding of research? Because I almost get the feeling it's going to be, here's your compensation, go away, and it's going to be less like that. Will there be any research done on how to clean this issue? I just got told no. Far out. Yeah, they're just going to be strung up, money thrown, and that's just going to be defend themselves. End of it. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I am incredibly disappointed in the outcome of this. Incredibly. I hope in the future that there will be research go into how to clean this up, but I'm just not getting it at the moment. It's basically going to be, here's your compensation. See you later. Okay. Take care. Love to you all. Look after yourselves.